Good morning all, this is Srividya, Assistant Professor, Department of CSIT. In this session, we will see pointers in C. So, this is the overview. What is a pointer? Need of pointers in C program. Pointer arithmetic, double pointer and pointer to array. So first, what is a pointer and why do we need pointers in C? Suppose, imagine this is your computer memory. Okay, this is your computer memory and let's consider the starting address as 1000 and the ending address as 1029. Means this computer memory is capable of holding 30 bytes of data. And suppose if I want to store a variable in this memory, let's consider that variable is A, int A. Means I want to store a variable A which is of type integer, A here. Let's consider this variable will occupy this place in the memory. See, and each block is capable of holding 1 byte of data. Means like this. So 8 bits makes 1 byte. So each block is capable of holding 1 byte of data. So if I want to store this variable A in this block of memory, so how many bytes computer will reserve? If integer takes 2 bytes, it will reserve these 2 blocks for this variable A. For this variable A. So what is a pointer variable? Let's consider, I have declared one more variable like this. So, P, generally if I write int P, P is a variable, normal variable which holds some value. Here we have not initialized any value. So, it is a normal variable which is not initialized and which is of type integer. So, before this variable, I have used an operator asterisk. Means this operator is called the dereference operator. And I have declared this variable in pointer P. So, P is a pointer variable which is also stored in the memory. Let's consider here. Suppose consider these are your memory addresses. Okay. So, P is a variable, A is a variable, but here P is not a variable, P is a pointer variable. What is the speciality of or what is the difference between a variable and a pointer variable? Normal variable holds any value. Suppose if I write like this int A with not initialized any value, either you can get, depends on the compiler, either you can get 0 or the garbage values because the value was not initialized. So, here P is a pointer variable. Pointer is a special variable which holds the address of another variable. Pointer is a variable which holds the address of another variable. So, now P is a variable which holds the address of another variable. Address of another variable whose data type is integer. So, P is a pointer variable which holds the address of another variable whose type is integer type. Suppose see this one. Imagine this is your computer block of memory A. A is having a value 5 which is at location 1000 and P is a pointer variable which is at 2000 location, which is at 2000 location. Suppose if I write like this, int A is equals to 5 int pointer P. So what you can say by seeing this declaration? A is a variable which is of type integer and that is assigned the value 5. P is a pointer variable, P because P is not a variable which is a pointer variable. P is a pointer variable which holds the address of A whose type is integer. So, here P, A is a variable which is assigned the value 5 and that is at the location 1000. Here P is a pointer variable. Let us consider the address of P. Those variables also have some memory in the it will store in memory. So it has also some address. So it is at 2000 location. Let us consider 1000 and 2000, or for our convenience we have taken the addresses. So which is at 2000 location. So now what P holds? P holds the address of A. What is the address of A? 1000. So now P will point to A. So P holds the address of A. P is a normal pointer variable. A is a normal variable. Pointer holds the address of another variable. So in C programming language, we use normal variables to store the user data values. We use generally what? Normal values to store user data values. Suppose I want to add two numbers. I want to add two numbers 2 and 3. So I have declared A and B of type integer. So A is 2, B is 3. So these are my user data values, and A and B are normal variables which holds the data, and some memory will be allocated for those two variables A and B. When we declare a variable, the compiler allocates required memory with the specified name. So whenever we do this, so in arrays we have seen this, how a memory block will be allocated. So it is 2 and 3. So A is of type integer. Integer takes, let's consider 2 bytes if it is a 16-bit machine. So this is at 1002 location. So some memory will be with the specified name. Some compiler allocates required memory with the specified name. In the C programming language, every variable has a name, data type, value, storage class and address. So what is the name here? The name of the variables are A and B. Data type 2 and 3 are the values which is of type. We have taken the data type as integers. Next, the value. What is the value we are storing here in the memory? Values are your data values in this case, in this example 2 and 3. Next, storage class. Where these values will store? Obviously in the RAM or memory. And address. So depends on the compiler or wherever the location it was stored, that address should have for those variables. Here I have taken the sample address as 1000 and 1002 are the addresses. So every variable has a name, data type, value, storage class and an address. So what is the definition of a pointer? Pointer is a special type of variable used to store the memory location address of a variable. So it stores the address of another variable. So declaring a pointers. In C programming language, declaration of a pointer variable is similar to the creation of a normal variable, but it is prefixed with the symbol. So how to declare a pointer variable? The syntax for declaring the pointer variable is data type and pointer name, asterisk followed with pointer name, semicolon. So this is how you will, that is the syntax of the declaration. Example, int pointer p. Any name you can take. Suppose if I take here char pointer q, next float pointer f, double pointer d. So what does it mean? Here this is not a normal variable, they are pointer variables. Pointer variables are special type of variables. Okay, so p is a pointer variable which holds the address of another data type, which holds the address of another variable whose type is integer. Here q is a pointer variable which holds the address of another variable whose data type is character. So f is a pointer variable which holds the address of another variable whose type is float. D is a pointer variable which holds the address of another variable whose type is double. So means it will hold the data of another type, address of another type, okay, which it is pointing to. In the previous example I have shown you A is a variable which is having the value 5 and that is at the memory location 1000, and P is a pointer variable that is also in the location 2000 in the memory which holds, P holds the address of A. What is the address of A? That is 1000. So, it will point. So, P is a pointer variable which holds the address of another variable. So, in this case, D is a pointer variable. D is a pointer variable that is at 2000 location and which holds the address of another type whose data type is double. So, it holds the address of this value. So, how to initialize the pointer variable? So, initialization of a pointer variable. So, if you want to use the pointer variable, the first thing is you need to initialize the value. So, how to initialize the pointer variable? It is important always to initialize the pointer variable before when you use it. Okay. So, let's see how to initialize a pointer variable. Let's consider one more example here. Int x equals to 5, int pointer P is equals to address of x. So, this is what? Address of operator. This is address of operator. So, here first initialization of the variable is done and this is the pointer declaration int pointer P. So, now what holds? Pointer holds the address of another variable. So, P is equals to address of x. X is a variable which is having a value 5 that is at the location 1000 in the memory. This is your memory representation. This is your memory representation. Now, P is a pointer variable which is at suppose 3000 location. P is a pointer variable that is at 3000 location. So, pointer holds the address of x. So, what is address of x? 1000. So, here the sample program. Hash include stdio.h main function CA is initialized to 10 and a pointer variable is declared. Pointer is equals to PTR is equals to address of A. Value of A is equals to %d/n comma A. So, what will be the output in this case? Okay. So, here you will get the output as in the first printf statement value of variable A is equals to %d/n A. Here A is initialized the value to 10. So, 10 will be printed on your screen and address of variable A %d/n pointer. See what value was assigned to this variable PTR. PTR is equals to address of A. Address of A is not 10. Value of A is 10. Address of A will be some number. Let's consider here like this. You will get the address where that variable A has stored in the memory location. So, 10 and this 65 whatever the number I have written that you will get as the answer on the screen will be the value of operator. So, how to assign the value here? Int A equal to 10, pointer P, int B equal to 70, pointer S is equals to address of B, PTR is equals to address of A. So, value of variable A, value of variable is what? A is 10, 10 is assigned. So, value will be 10. Address of variable A, see here you got the address of variable A because pointer is pointing to that location. So, you will get the address, not the value. Value of B is what? B is initialized to 70. Next, address of variable B is some address you will get on your screen. So, in the above example program, variable A is a pointer variable and variable PTR is a pointer variable. Address of variable A is stored in a pointer variable PTR. Here PTR is used to access the address of a variable and star PTR is used to access the value. So, here one more thing, if you declare a pointer variable like this in pointer P and while printing here, so first when you want to use a pointer variable, first you need to initialize the value which a pointer is pointing to. So, in printf statement, suppose if I write like this, in printf %d comma P and printf %d comma star P. So, in both the cases, what output we will get? P is equals to, suppose if we write like this, P is equals to address of A. So here you will get the answer as 5. So then, sorry, address you will get. In this case, you will get some address, and in this case, you can retrieve the value. So star p will give you the value of the pointer variable. So here you will get the answer as 5. Next one is pointer arithmetic operations in C. Pointer variables are used to store the address of variables. Address of any variable is an unsigned integer value, that is numerical value, can perform arithmetic operations on pointer values. But when we perform arithmetic operations on a pointer variable, the result depends on the amount of memory required by the variable to which the pointer is pointing. So in the C programming language, we can perform the following arithmetic operations on pointers: addition, subtraction, increment, decrement, and comparison. These are the pointer arithmetic operations in C programming language. Let's see one by one. So addition operation on pointer. In C programming, the addition operation on pointer variables can be calculated using the formula. See this one, addition on the pointer variable. Suppose int a is equals to 5, int, let's see this example, int pointer p, int pointer q, p is equals to address of a, q is equals to address of b. Let's take one more variable, int c, c is equals to p plus q. If I write like this, is this correct? Okay, what will be the answer for this one? P holds the address of a. P holds the address of a. Let's consider the address of a is 1000. Next, q holds the address of p. Let's consider it as 2000. So 1000 plus 2000. Can we add the memory addresses? No, we can't add the memory addresses. So this is wrong. You can't add the pointers. Because pointer holds the address of another variable. How can we add the address? We can't do that. So one thing we can do, you can use this operator. Pointer plus 1 means you can increment or decrement. So how to add that one? Here it was given address at the pointer plus number to be added and bytes of memory. Suppose p plus 1, if I write like this. So what will be this representation, or if we elaborate this one, pointer base address 1000 plus number to be added, I want to add 1, into bytes of the memory required by the data type. Suppose if int takes 4 bytes, 1004. So this is what we can do, but we can't add two pointer variables. So here int a, pointer p, float b, pointer q, double c, pointer r. P is equals to address of a. P holds the address of a, q holds the address of b, and c holds the address of r. R holds the address of c. So p is equals to p plus 1, q is equals to q plus 2, r is equals to r plus 2. So what here we are doing? P plus 1 we are doing. So p plus 1 means what it is? Base address. Imagine any base address. You can consider here base address, how the compiler will add. So base address plus number to be added into number of bytes required by the data type. So here p holds the address of a. So how many bytes required by the integer? It will take 4 bytes. Compiler will take 4 bytes. So p plus 1, q plus 2. Q holds the address of b. So data type for float is, size of float is 4 bytes. So base address plus 2 into size of float required bytes. So next r means double 8 bytes. So base address plus 2 into number of bytes required by the data types. It is 8. So this is your addresses. Why you will get the addresses? Because we are printing the address only. P, Q and R are the addresses. P holds the address of A, Q holds the address of B, R holds the address of C. Next one, pointer in arithmetic. So here one more example, int A is initialized to 10, pointer P is equals to address of A. So in the previous example, int A equal to 5, we have seen one example. In pointer p is equals to address of a. So we have written all these lines separately, but you can write it in one single line also. Int a equal to 5. So int pointer p is equals to address of a. So like that also you can write. So here P is equals to 10, pointer P equals to address of A, printf percentile d comma phi. In the first printf statement, you will get the address of A. That is this one. You will get on the screen. Next, P plus plus, pointer increment. Increment operation we are doing. So, same base address plus whatever the operation, the pointer address will be incremented. In the next case, you will get this one as the answer. After that, in this printf statement. After that, again we are applying the decrement operator on this pointer variable. So, you will get this one. Next one, pointer to pointer in C means double pointer. In C programming language, we have pointers to store the address of variables of any data type. A pointer variable can store the address of a normal variable. C programming language also provides a pointer variable to store the address of another pointer variable. This type of pointer variable is also called pointer to pointer variable or called as double pointer. So, the syntax of double pointer: data type, double pointer, pointer name. Example program. So, int double pointer ptr. So, if you can use any variable. So, this is what double pointer. Here ptr is an integer pointer that stores the address of another integer pointer variable but does not store the normal integer variable address. So, normal variable declaration, pointer variable declaration and double pointer variable declaration. So, P is equals to address of A, Q is equals to address of P. Suppose, see this one, the representation, A contains the value 10 which is at the location 1000 and P is a pointer variable. Let's consider that is a 2000 location and P is a pointer variable which holds the address of A address is 1000. So, now P is pointing to A and Q is a double pointer. So, Q is a double pointer which is at suppose 3000 location. Q holds the, Q is equals to address of P. What is the address of P? That is 2000. So, like this is double pointer. A pointer which holds the address of another pointer variable which is double pointer. So, printf here P. P will be, you will get some address. This is what the address you got. Next, after executing, next Q is a pointer variable, double pointer, which is also gives you the address. Now, value of star P gives you the value which is 10 and here also again double star Q. In here also you will get the answer because we have initialized the value to 10. Next one, pointers to arrays. Pointers to arrays in C. In the C programming language, when we declare an array, the compiler allocates the required amount of memory and creates a constant pointer with an array name and stores the base address of that pointer. The address of the first element in an array is called the base address. The address of the, suppose this is an array 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 or the index numbers. So, here I want to store some values. Okay. So, this is at 1000. If integer takes 2 bytes, the next location will be 1002. Next 1004, 1006, 1008, 1010. This is how your addresses will be, memory addresses. Next. So, the first element of an array, is called the base address. So, array holds the first address in the array which is called the base address. Consider the following example for the declaration in marks of 6. For the above declaration, compiler will allocate 12 bytes of memory. So, how it is 12 bytes of memory? Because the size here, this is the size of the memory, size, and integer takes 2 bytes. 6 into 2, 6 into 2, number of elements or the size of an array into data type 2. So 12 bytes and the address of the first memory location, that is marks of 0. Obviously index position starts from 0. In a constant pointer called marks, and means in the above example, marks is a pointer to marks of 0. So array is an internal pointer. So here this is the sample program. Int marks of 6. This marks is a name of an array and 6 is the size of the array. It is the name of the array. And this is your size of the array. These are the array elements 89, 45, 58, 72, 90 and 33. So index position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So int pointer PTR. So PTR is a pointer variable which is pointing to this addresses, which contains the addresses. PTR is equals to marks. So array itself is an internal pointer. So here suppose in the previous case we have written, while assigning the address we have written P is equals to address of A. So no need to write here P is equals to address of marks, because already it contains the base address. Array itself acts as an internal pointer to the array. So it will hold the base address. So you will write just PTR is equals to marks. Base address of marks is equals to %u, the format specifier, comma PTR. So here you will get the address of the base address. It will be printed on the screen. So in this session we have seen pointer declaration and pointer initialization. So and how to retrieve the value, how to access the pointer variables, and what is the value of operator and pointer to pointer, and some sample programs we have seen. In the next session we will see in call by value and call by reference. Thank you.